Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. Tonight, I want to talk about conspiracy theories. I love going down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole. It's my favorite thing in the world. I could spend hours thoroughly enjoying going down it. And here's why. All conspiracy theories have some truth to them. It may be just a very small piece, and the rest of it all is just all blown up, or majority of it, or half of it, but all conspiracy theories have some bit of truth to it. And the reason I love going down, sorry, I had something sticky that I ate earlier. I thought I washed my hands good enough, but I kind of felt sticky on the tip. Anyways, so when I go down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories, I love it because it's like finding a needle in the haystack. What's the truth of it? And that is the one reason that I loved doing paralegal work, was because you had to go down the rabbit hole of figuring out where this case fit in. Because I don't care if you're doing one area of law, every case is different. And you're essentially finding the needle in the haystack in that case to be able to give yourself better chances at winning the case. So that was the one aspect that I loved about it. And I could never work in a legal department in a corporate America because it was too restricting. When I worked for law firms, like a lawyer, not big firms, not even medium firms, but smaller firms, what I realized was an attorney wants your opinion. You're their paralegal. You do all the work. They just go to court. They deal with other things. You do most of the work. You do the interacting with the client and everything else. And so you have to go through everything and put all the stuff together. The attorney just signs off on it and verifies that you did the job. There's always two sets of eyes that must go across any legal document in a law firm. That's the best practice that I've ever learned. Two sets of eyes always before anything leaves the office. So I loved having to figure that out. In a law firm, if there was something in a case that I thought, okay, well, shouldn't this fit under this area of whatever the situation was? And in a law firm, I could go to the attorney and I could say, hey, I'm going through this case. I saw this piece. Can't we fit this under this? 90% of the time, he would tell me, yeah, that's awesome that you thought of that. Yeah, let's do it that way. The other 10% of the time, he would say, I don't know much about that. How about you do some research on it and get me a memo in the next day or two, and then I'll make a decision from there. I loved going down that rabbit hole. Conspiracy theory is the same thing. The law is looking for the facts. Facts are truth. Facts cannot change. They are not changeable. They are facts. They are truth. So, going down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole, I get to run across the video or something else and an article somebody wrote or whatever, and I start reading it and I'm like, what is this about? And well, this is why the algorithms that they have that send us that stuff, whatever I want to research, once I start looking it up, they send me everything. Majority of the time, they send me one particular side. They don't give me both sides. But that's why I love the conspiracy theories. Because once I get done watching all of the one side, I have to go look at the other side. And that's why I love it. Because if you are talking to two people who just had an argument, you listen to each person's side, the facts are going to speak for themselves. If you listen to one person's side and not the other, you're never, ever going to get to the facts. Never. You didn't get both people's sides. Everybody has different perceptions. We are all, and if you've watched my videos, you know that we have a lot of preconditioned beliefs that are in us. And that screws with our perception of the world. And so if you just get one person's side, you're not actually looking for truth. If you're looking for truth and you're looking for facts, you're going to hear both sides unobjectively. And what I mean by unobjectively, this is where conspiracy theories, I think, are hysterical. Because if you read the comments on each side, most of them support everything that the video is saying or the article's saying. But here's the thing. If you look at both sides and you look at those messages, those posts, the comments for that on each side, it's really hysterical to laugh because a lot of these people say the same damn thing. They just change different parties and slightly different names or whatever. But they're saying the same damn thing and they can't even see it. And that's the part that cracks me up, which is why I love going down it. Okay, I got to get to the truth. And then I start looking through the comments and I'm like, oh my God, do these people even realize that they're both saying the same thing? It happens all the time. People argue about which cell phone carrier is better. People want to argue about Democrat, Republican. People want to argue about all this other crap, whatever it is. Read the comments. They're saying the same shit. They're just using different words. Why can nobody see this? Anyways, this I find hysterical. So I love going down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. It starts out because I want the truth. I want to get to the facts. But then I start looking at the comments and I just, I have to stop at that because I'm just going, none of these people realize that if they looked at the other side and they looked at that side, if you are looking specifically for the side that you agree with, you're never going to ever think anything different. You're going to believe everything based off of that. Why do people not look at both ends of it? Both sides of it? Why don't they? Because they don't want to take the time or the effort. Instead, they're too busy shopping. They're too busy working their butts off to keep a roof over their head. They're too busy at sporting events and fairs and music concerts and other venues and things like that. They're too busy in the rat race to even take the concept into their brain that I'm hearing one side. How can I not think like this side if I'm only looking at stuff on this side? Your brain, it's groupthink. Your brain is attaching to this group because, oh yeah, I believe what they're saying. But you don't even know what the other side is. How can you decide that this side's good? And when you go into the comments of these different sides, and I'm going to use Democrat, Republican, just for the sake of example here. But if you go down and you read and watch and whatever else about Democrats and read all of the comments below, they're all saying Democrat this, Democrat that, Republican bad, Republican bad, Republican bad. You go over to the Republican side and whether you read it, watch it, whatever, you get down into the comments and it's all Republican this, Democrat bad, Democrat bad. Does nobody see how ignorant that sounds? I'm sorry. I just don't, my mind can't grasp it. Do you not look at both sides of it? It makes no sense why nobody would. You wonder why we're so divided? because we're too busy playing with what the world's given us. Everything's out here to be able to see openly. When you get on your walk with the man upstairs, your eyes open to all of it. It's hysterical. And the more my eyes opened, the more I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. They're all fighting the same battle, just using different words. It's hysterical. They have no idea. They're divided based off of words. What happened to morals and values and integrity? What happened to that stuff? Now we just decide that we're a Republican or we're a Democrat or whatever other ones there are. But why aren't we worried about the morals, values, and integrity? We're more concerned with what the Democrats and the Republicans are doing and how it's each one's fault. It's both their damn faults. Anybody in government is at fault for where our country sits right now. You are the problem. You are the leaders. You're not leading by example. You're leading by greed. And that is of the devil, not of God. So, I just wanted to share this with you because I went down a conspiracy theory this afternoon between shifts, and it had me cracking up. Just having the time of my life laughing at the absurdity that each side is saying the exact same thing. They've just changed words. That's it. They're saying exactly the same thing. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And then I went out tonight to do some delivery, and I got a flat tire. And I need to get to the gym and start working out because I couldn't break the freaking lug nuts loose. Anyways, I made it home safely. Tomorrow morning, I got the spare tire on. So it's a little donut. So tomorrow morning, I'll go and get the tire replaced. I need 2 front new ones anyways. So we'll just go get all 3 replaced and be done with it. So I don't have to deal with it. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. When you look at conspiracy theories, do you look at both sides? I mean, I really think that the problem with our world right now is everybody is so attached to their emotions, their feelings. You do understand that emotions and feelings are temporary. They're not permanent. You don't permanently feel happy. You don't permanently feel sad. You don't permanently feel guilt and you don't permanently feel those things. These things are temporary. We as human beings hold on to them. That is our flesh that holds on to those things. They're temporary. If you learn to stop feeding in to your damn feelings about every little thing and get on your walk with man upstairs, you get clarity and discernment because you learn to heal what's broken in you. You learn to love yourself. You learn how to be able to say, whoa, I'm not reacting to that. Why would I react to that? That's crazy. Your whole world changes when you realize that you are not in control of your emotions. Your emotions control you. That is the problem with our world. The solution? Feelings are temporary. Why do people hold on to them like they must last forever? They can't. They're feelings. They're temporary. They're sensory for you. So you know, oh, that was great. It's temporary. And we spend countless years wasting away at wanting to stay in that happiness. Oh, I had so much fun when I went and hung out here and did this. And then we spend the rest of our freaking adult life chasing exactly that because that one time made us happy. And because we're chasing that happiness, we think that if we keep doing it, that means we're happy. That's not happiness. That's a comfort zone. because that made you happy a handful of times or whatever. You have decided the rest of your life has to have that in it because that's what makes you happy. But are you really happy? Probably not. Because we hold on to our emotions like they're permanent, and they're not. Emotions are not permanent. At all. And that's how you solve a lot of problems. Anyways, if you do conspiracy theories and you like to look at both sides, check out the comments. Come back. Let's have a discussion in the comments here about it, because it cracks me up. Anyways, I'm not gonna tell you what conspiracy theory I was looking at today, because I don't want my videos to be drug into that type of stuff. And me have to be telling people about it. That's not the point. I want you to look at why I enjoyed it and express to you that your preconditioning and your feelings are what keep you believing what you believe. And as soon as you start your walk with the man upstairs, you get clarity, and then you get discernment, and you're able to see. You're able to see clearly that, oh my God, my emotions, I can't let these emotions get the better of me. And then you get calm, you get peace, and you get freedom. And once you get a taste of that peace and freedom, you are never letting it go. You will cut somebody off like that, not even take a second look. Reason being is because you know they just imposed on your freedom and your peace. Don't come get my peace or my freedom, dude. I will die protecting it. If somebody comes into your life, friend, family, significant other, doesn't matter. They should be bringing peace to your life. If they're bringing any drama or chaos, they're not your person. And you get that clarity and discernment instantly once you get further on your path with the walk with the man upstairs. And that's why the Bible calls it the narrow path, because not a lot of people do it, because it takes a lot of self-reflection. In order to learn to love yourself and find your true authentic self, you have to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of yourself. Why you did things, what caused you to do those things. Trust me, I've spent the last 5 years working on this. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go tonight. I haven't been on here because I'm back up to 60, 70 hours a week now. So I just haven't gotten back into the routine. I know I did my videos, you know, before the accident. I did my videos. I was doing 60, 70 hours a week, and I was still doing videos every other day. But I got to get back into the routine. And I have my 2 dogs, but there are 3 little kitties. There were 4, but now there's 3. And 2 of them fight all the time. So I have 2 different spots outside the house where I keep fresh water and food for them. They're like teenage cats. They're so adorable. 2 of them will let me pet them. They have a program out here in the Phoenix area that they will catch the stray cats and they fix them, and then they clip their left ear and then send them back out. So the 3 that are live, 2 of them have the clipped ear. The other one doesn't. So the 2 with the clipped ear will come right up to me. They'll let me pet them. They'll follow me around. They'll run through my legs, their little figure 8 stuff. But the other one is still a little untrusting. He will let me get probably 2 feet, within 2 feet of him, which is better than what it was, because before I'd have to be at least 5-6 feet away from him before he'd even come near the food or the water. Now it's only about 2 feet. So we're making some progress. Anyways, that's really not important. But so I come home, I feed the dogs their dinner. I go outside and feed the cats their dinner. Then I come in here. We got to take the dogs out. Then I finally get to come back in here and have my dinner. By the time all this takes place, and I'm not getting home until 9:30, 10:30, sometimes 11 o'clock, I spend a little bit of time chilling out and getting stuff done around here, and then I'm in bed. up the next morning, out doing the same thing again. So I'm trying to get back into the routine. So I am going to try to make it more frequently that I do the videos again. But bear with me because I'm getting adjusted to working that many hours. 60 to 70 hours is, I mean, it's not hard to do, but when you first get started on it, it's like, you got to get adjusted to it. And I know once I get adjusted to it, it's not going to be that big of a deal because I did it for a couple of years before. So it's not that big of a deal. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you and hear what your thoughts are on it. But come on, let's get you your peace and freedom. Let's get you to loving yourself and finding your true authentic self. Your narrow path to Jesus Christ, God, the man upstairs. Come on now. Come on. You want some help? Feel free to reach out. I'll help you get there. Anyways, guys, have a nice night. Love ya.